I say you back with a new video on and get to me, and get to me, my crib so 55, let's go to yo, so the boys so we're gonna get the Cleveland Cavaliers show. We're gonna get Kevin Love. This our second time going against this team y'all see here. We're gonna get Kevin Love, Thompson, Larry Nance, Jordan Clarkson, Garland, John Henderson, Austin, he's injured. Legend Rights is gonna play out, so the boy Porter, Legend Rights is gonna play out, so the boy. Hey, bro, I'm going for 47 triple W, so yeah. This elite got to my crib so 55, so yeah, y'all. We on a 53 game, the shootout. We about to be on a 55. We about to be on a 54 game, the shootout. So the boy, we playing against the Cavaliers on their home court, y'all. So the boy. Alright, bro. It's about to be lit, boy, cause Garland is about to be taking 2 shots, y'all. Garland is about to be taking 2 shots. This Molly mycareer, it's lit, boy. Alright, bro. It's about to be lit. Jordan Clarkson is about to be taking 2 shots too. Jordan Clarkson is about to be taking 2 shots too, y'all. So yeah, Garland and Clarkson.
I did not come to play with you. Head to toe and get expensive. Cartier lens for my vision.
I'm going for 47 triple W cells.
Cleveland, Ohio. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. The Cleveland Cavaliers against the Los Angeles Clippers. Checking out the Clippers, what a year they're having. They've run up the best record in the NBA with some absolutely flawless performances. They've been a fun team to watch over the first half of the season. Man, we are in for it.
Dude, I can't wait for the All-Star game though, bro. It's about to be lit, y'all. I'm about to be doing some cool dunks.
Live coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening to you and yours. Now we have a moment to look at how the Blacks have been stacking up over the past
18 wins, 34 losses.
Well, Kevin Love has dramatic.
Great attitude. His work inside, a big part of the DA thing. And the guys up front may determine, Brent, the outcome tonight. What elements make for a fantastic front court?
Well, nowadays it's about skilled front court players, guys who have the ability to not only shoot it, but also dribble handoff, make decisions with the basketball.
I'm going for it.
Open up and spread up your offense for your guards and your quicker players to slash and find those gaps.
That.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Prez out there with G. Then there's Smooth.
The meter bird.
And there's Slim, and it's lights out with the shooting guard. And for Cleveland, a duo inside, Love and
don't miss free throws.
Garland is out there with Clarkson. And it's Windler
I do not miss free throws. I don't miss
down the first
free throws. I don't miss free throws. I'm too good at the free throw line.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Garland, the pass to Thompson. Clarkson on the wing, inside. Garland makes it off the glass.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Here's Smooth. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
We are locking it up.
The pass to Love.
That's some great defense by James.
Nice D. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma.
Look at Garland, boy. Too good.
On a show
look at Garland. Too good, boy.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Look at Garland.
The Cavaliers on offense. 4-point game. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
Too good.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
Yeah, those turnovers were inexcusable. So many of their possessions ended with them giving the ball away. It's one thing to make passes, but you need to pass to your own team, not the other one.
Love.
Yo, look at Jordan Clarkson. He trash. Oh, yeah.
First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Really good job on the timing of that cut into the lane. The speed that Clarkson has can be a problem for the defense.
He's got some pogo stick hops. I mean, the power to go along with it.
Yeah, it's never gentle.
Boy, Dickon Thompson, boy, too good.
And so just over a minute and a half played. And Smooth is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so here's Cleveland. And Thompson kicks to Garland. Passes it to Clarkson. Back to Thompson. And here's Love for three. Offensive rebound. Thompson with the bucket.
That's what Tristan Thompson does best, just working the glass and working the D over.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Here's Smooth. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Converting the 3.
Think about the Cavs and the 2 MVP awards that were won for that franchise. Of course, that was LeBron James in back-to-back seasons, both in 2009 and 2010.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Shoots the 3. 6 for 6.
I'm making splash.
From the field.
I'm making splash.
And then in 2013 with Miami, LeBron Brent finished 1 ballot shy of earning all the MVP votes.
But we wouldn't see a unanimous MVP winner until Steph Curry did it in 2016. But just as impressive, if not more so, LeBron James with a total of 4 MVP trophies over a 5-year span.
Thompson, high post. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. They need this. And
oh my, you're 2K, bro.
Garland's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Thompson doing a good job looking for his teammates, using his size to see over the defense.
Clippers leading by 8. From deep, the long distance 3 is buried.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Got a piece of it. And that one is hammered home.
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Right here. There's Garland.
No, that's some great defense.
Does not Clark. He's made 2 and missed 1 now. So timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles. Halfway through the season here, Brent, how do coaching staffs shake things up and keep things fresh over the long 82-game season?
I think coaches who are really smart, Kevin, can be a bit programmable where they're looking ahead at the schedule and saying there are blocks of games here in which we might try to change some of our defensive schemes, maybe over this 10-game stretch or 5-game stretch. Or we're going
to keep things fresh or to...
Yeah, because on you can only do it on the mental side. As much as we talk about guys getting rested and sitting out games
defense,
for
James,
load management, those kind of things.
He took over yours.
That you can make on the floor in terms of a couple of new sets on offense or defensively, let's make this challenge for the next few months. We'll grow the foundation of what coaching staffs are capable of doing with that team as they go on.
Boy, let me get that steal, boy. Let me get that ball, boy. Let me get that steal. That's my steal.
He had a career game last time out.
That's my steal.
Again, Los Angeles.
Hard to believe you could have this kind of a flow.
Garland, bro. That's my steal. I play defense. You know what I'm saying?
Now, here's Garland. To the middle. Here's Love. And Love throws it down.
Love has some height and enough ability to get up and throw it down.
Here's lights out. Another one falls for the Clippers.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Pass to
Oh,
Garland.
hey, yo, look at him, bro.
He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
No,
The Cavaliers
no,
trail by 18.
2K, bro. Please. Let me get that ball back, bro. Drew Pierce need to score another point with his takeover. I'm not playing, bro. I'm not.
Pass to Windler.
Oh, my God.
And Smooth is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's my bad, bro. Hey, I just got mad
Well,
because
Cleveland shooting 43% for the game. Zizic out there with Larry Nance. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Windler in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. 3-pointer, Dellavedova. It's hauled in by George. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3.
I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea
Why you
you're
fouling?
fouling in a situation like that.
Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Between those two.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Clark, he's checked in for James. James comes
Clark.
in for Kawhi Leonard.
Nah,
Perez
bro,
is
we
checked
are
in for
locking that
George.
up.
And lights out
No,
subbing
no.
for Johnson. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most
How many steals do I got? I got 4. I need 6 more, bro.
career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. Kicks it to Clarkson. 5 to shoot. Teardrop shot.
Yeah, that's
Was
very
shot missing.
defense.
Great D that time from James.
Drew Pierce, no.
Passes it to
Yeah,
Smooth.
I want you
Some
to.
nice
Yeah,
ball
I want
movement by
my
the
assist, so
Clippers.
yeah.
Yep, it counts. That's 10 points for lights out.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment.
Pierce
That's
is
his
shooting
killer
80%,
instinct,
bro.
just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Here's Windler. 14 points from him the last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead. Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has grown.
Yeah, boy.
And that's a rugged play.
Goodness gracious. It's too much. It's
Let's
just
go over here,
too
y'all. See, y'all know
much.
the
His
good teams
teammates are
keep
falling
getting
all
burned.
over each other. Look at them.
If you're the other team, you got to take that personally. Don't let them get the best of you.
Ooh.
Back to Dellavedova.
Oh. No.
Looking to end the run. And they'll turn it over. Did not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Trash.
And here's what the Cavaliers' schedule looks like. On Wednesday, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks coming into town. And then on Friday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards.
And for the matchup with the
And
Heat,
James got
that's where you
his
have
tick
got
over
to
those,
bring
yeah.
your A game, especially when you know
Oh, I thought.
you're going to be
Oh, my bad. I
fighting
thought
an
Drew
uphill
Pierce
battle
had his tick over.
all night long.
My bad. James got his tick over, yo.
Knocks it loose. Three-pointer, Dellavedova. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And he's a threat from there. You can't afford to give Delly any room. You're the defense.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
Out to the right wing. Nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
And that one drops for him.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Pass to Zizic. Clarkson on the wing. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Yeah, bro. I'm about to get that ball. Jordan Clarkson. Jordan. I'm about to get that ball, bro. I'm about to get that ball. Yeah.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Nance passes to Windler.
You lucky. Oh, yeah. Oh, he needs some Gatorade. He needs some Gatorade.
And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers.
He needs some Gatorade, bro. He needs some Gatorade.
It's the Clippers from deep.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
This dude out of here,
Last outing
bro.
for the Clippers, they won that game against the Timberwolves. Dellavedova, the pass to
He
Windler.
needs some Gatorade, bro. Coach.
And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
He needs some Gatorade.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for him.
And it seems like they've lost a little bit of confidence in him this past month. They're calling fewer plays for him, letting other guys take on more of the scoring load, and you can see it in his usage percentage.
Nah, bro.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Got that one up quick. Lights out's got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Drew Pitts got his takeover
In the corner,
again.
Nance with it to the paint. Here's
Boy, get that shit.
Dellavedova.
That's some great
Nothing is
defense,
going
boy.
for
That's some
right
great
now.
defense.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles
Clark
Clippers in
just took over,
Kawhi Leonard
yo.
and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings. Great
In their
defenders
prime.
in their prime.
Give them credit, but also
yeah.
Kawhi
No,
Leonard
bro. He needs some
pushing the
Gatorade. He
levers behind the
tired.
scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting
Defense
Paul
Clark.
George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Bro, yo, look at
Zizic kicks to Dellavedova.
I cannot pronounce his name. It's too much. It's too much.
Here's
bro.
Windler. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. 4 on the clock.
He doing spin move. Yo, look at him, bro.
Ball's knocked loose.
Oh, yeah.
From deep 3-point range, the
Look at
Clippers get another chance here.
Hey, Clark, what's up, bro?
Here's Clark.
Yeah.
Again, Los Angeles.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And it's Dellavedova with the ball. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Good on the 3-point shot.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
For 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And that makes it 2 3-point
Hold on, how many steals I got, bro? I got. Hey, I need 2 more.
pointers in the quarter so far, and 4 for the game.
I'm about to go over again, y'all. See, y'all knew the big
Fast
team is
break, here
coming
they come.
again, bro.
Here's Smooth. And he
Good
jams it with
verse.
authority.
Windmill.
Well, part of their game
Oh,
plan
too
was
good.
to block
Good
out the
verse.
noise
Windmill.
and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Bro, with the
And
verse.
pushing it up,
Windmill.
here's Los Angeles.
With the verse.
From deep.
Windmill.
Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Yeah.
Smooth's got 44.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
And the Cavaliers call time here. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg. And so it's Los Angeles.
2K. Magic. How many points? Oh, you got 9. All right.
Enjoying the kind of
said that with my
gigantic lead you
takeover,
almost
bro.
never
Of
see.
course.
The 3-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates are getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense.
I'm always gonna set up my takeover, yo. I got 9 dunks.
Just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny?
Well, they knocked the wind out of the defense in transition, converting fast break baskets in volume. It's a runaway lead right now. In fact, this looks like a track meet.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Well, they struggled in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of it. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
Doc Rivers, I like him, but he need to stop subbing up my takeover.
And that's all we have for now.
Subbing me
Tell
out
the
with
folks
my
goodbye,
takeover.
Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
I like Doc Rivers, but he need to stop subbing me out with my takeover. I just hate that. It makes me so mad. Instead of, bro, just hate that,
And
man.
with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Smooth.
Well, we'll find out if they were
Oh yeah, I got 47 triple doubles.
able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Smooth. Clark is out there with G. Then there's Prez. And it's lights out in at the 2 spot. Buries it from 3-point range. Garland's got 13 points.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Prez with the bucket.
And the efficiency is there, but the aggressiveness is really lacking. So far, it hasn't hurt them, though.
Prez got his takeover, yo, so yeah.
Garland dishes to Clarkson. Right wing. Here's Windler. Pocket 6. Prez brings the double team. And Cleveland turns it over again. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You take a look at the Clippers, and not a surprise really to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific.
And right now for the Clippers, got to be one of the feel-good stories of this NBA season. Not many people were talking about them coming into the start of the year.
No doubt about it. They're one of the top teams everyone's talking about, top to bottom. Everyone in the organization, that means front office, coaches, players, just done an outstanding job this season.
And Smooth is going to pick up the foul.
Bro,
And that'll
I'm
be his
trying to
third
get
foul so
the
far.
steal, bro. Dang. I got 99 steal, right? So, yeah, I'm trying to get the steal.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Clarkson kicks to Garland. Back to Clarkson. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
These good looks, my bad.
Prez brings the double team. Clarkson on the wing.
No, boy.
He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Good, he hits again. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. And amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Talent coming from everywhere these days, Brent, including the developmental league. The G League has done a wonderful job of watching players develop there and then vaulting them up to the big league.
And I think last year, Kevin, the numbers were that more than half the players in the NBA had spent some time in the G League. You want to talk about that league coming along.
What an input.
Massive. And what you're seeing, too, over the past few years, Kevin, is people doing a great job of using the G League a lot better. Not just experimenting and lab ratting what that team is about, but really well thought out player development and fits for guys on their team rather than just practicing and traveling and sitting and watching games. You're watching guys go play a game in the afternoon and then coming up to the NBA level and participating in an NBA game that night. That's going to go a long way to make guys.
How many points? Hold on, bro. Drippers got 18, Perez got 11, Kawhi got 10, James got 8, Magic got 9, Clark got 5. Alright.
The early part of their career, take the necessary strides in a lot quicker than they normally would.
This two-way contract has been a wonderful addition.
Except if you talk to their agents, Kevin. Yes, it's been very good for the control of an organization to find that kind of talent.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Thompson is double. Love outside. Feeds to Garland, the 17-footer. And the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there. LA has gotten the three ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Sinks the triple.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Pass to Windler. To the inside.
It's okay, bro.
Foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
It's all good, dude.
The Cavaliers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this round. A different look now for Cleveland. Zizic comes in for Thompson, and Larry Nance is subbed in for Kevin Love. LA's gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here, and that one's good by Clark.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Now, here's Garland. Defense right on him. Down low, here's Zizic, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Nance is just such a cerebral player out there. Does a good job of trying to be a threat with the assist.
And got it! Another basket!
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. Garland, the pass to Windler. Nance against James. There's the pass to Windler. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, Nance in position. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Okay, with this break, let's run down the point guards, the most assists in the league in the past 10 games. Well, you look at Smooth, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists. And, of course, Darius Garland. He shows up in that same conversation. He's another guy that knows how to get the ball to his teammates, Clark, in places that make them successful.
And obviously assists are the name of the game at the point guard position. And that's not lost on these guys. It's all about making their teammates better.
Those are some of the best basketball minds in the NBA. The way they think the game out there is remarkable. Always several steps ahead of the defense, finding the right angles, the right openings, and making one unbelievable play after another.
And the Clippers making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Dellavedova scanning the floor. And another miss by Cleveland.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Cavaliers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Garland, the pass to Windler. Now Garland.
Oh, boy.
Pass to Windler.
No, but we are locking that up. We are locking that up.
Prez brings the double team.
Whoa.
Garland with the bucket. Garland's got 10 points in just the second half.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
No.
The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime.
Or good. No.
Beyond the arc.
No, but boy, he dope.
He's off on that one. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. James outside. It's good from long range. James has got 17 now.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Pass to Windler. Three-pointer. Hits the 3.5.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
In the corner, it's James. Takes a three. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a
very
really
tired
tired
defense.
Pass to Zizic.
Really tired defense.
The pass to Windler.
But what? Nah, that is not. Nah,
Answer back, but that three is off the mark.
bro.
Wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch
He
and
is
still be a
stupid
factor.
and trash.
Don't count them out yet.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense
It's
is
just
just
giving
giving
it a
up
barrage. Me and Cody got a takeover, y'all. I'm gonna take over again, y'all. See, I
And
know the
here
big
is
teams
Garland.
again. Burt and
20
Clark.
points for him.
Guys, take over again, y'all. See, yeah.
Dellavedova with the ball.
No, but we are
Passes to
locking that
Garland.
up.
Here's the three. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. From deep three-point range, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Now, here's Garland. Not a lot of room.
Defense, James.
And the rejection by James. Here's Smooth, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Now, here's Garland. He's covered closely. And another miss by Cleveland.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every
just
miss
makes it worse.
just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Oh, man, what a shot. He hit that from another time zone.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. From deep, an absolute power from three-point range. And that's now 17 points for Slim. Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break.
Bro, yo, look at Garland.
Garland with it. Now guarded by Prez.
Garland is trash, bro. Garland
trades now
is
starting
trash,
to
yo.
involve stars. It feels like the
At
league's power
8-1 in the
balance
fourth quarter,
is
bro.
always shifting to some degree.
Jordan Clarkson
and I
needs to
think
get her, yo.
organizations that are trying to stay ahead of the trend, Kevin, might think about, we might have a star for just 2 years. How can we get the next one? Backside of that, Kevin, is a lot of these star players are signing deals that are not extending to 4, 5, 6 years. You can't even do that anymore. So you get a guy for a couple years. What he wants to do is maximize his earning potential for 1 or 2 seasons.
Yo, Garland needs to get her too, bro.
Opportunities not only to win, but to also cash in.
You Clark. Yeah, boy.
Beautiful
Clark is
transition
too
offense
good.
there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you gotta look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Now, here's Garland. Tight defense on him. They get a hand on it. Zizic kicks to Garland.
How did you not get that, Jay?
Wide open look.
Like, Jay, how did you not get that?
And it's laid up and in by Thompson.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
And that one's good by Clark.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Don't get set up. Not
Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. And I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Alberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
Connects again from distance. buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Now here's Porter. He's guarded closely. Knight passes to Porter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I like how Knight draws in the defense. Good at drawing the contact while shooting.
Knight hits them both. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And that one's good by Clark.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Another steal. Smooth passes to Clark. And again, another assist.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
He has been a sensational playmaker. Knight, the bounce pass.
For you, Clark, play the defense.
Zizic passes to Knight.
For you.
And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Clark. And it's Clark slamming it down.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And Thompson kicks to Zizic. Just 5 to shoot. Knight for 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Clark's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. The shot's good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Cleveland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Porter at the elbow. Here's the great defense. Good D by James.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
First free throw is good. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game is moved to the perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage from there.
And the Clippers call time here.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Dellavedova's checked in. LA's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. Here's Smooth, guarded by Porter, and he gets it to go.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Knight passes to Porter. With some arc, he lays it in. Porter's got his first points in this one.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Smooth passes to Jay. And another 3 for the Clippers.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Knight for 3. Trez with the rebound. Perez has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Launches the 3, and again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Yeah, hey, look at Knight, he trash.
Knight taking his time
Look at him, bro.
And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming in.
Well, he did the Euro still. He did the Euro still.
Way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in. It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, could I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to catch on what I'm doing for you.
And it's blocked.
The defense, press. With the floater, hold up.
Smooth. Defended by Dellavedova. Count that one.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Henson finds Dellavedova. The teardrop falls in.
Sometimes hard to figure out when Delly's going to shoot the floater or throw the lob. That time, he goes with the floater.
Doubled by Henson. The 19-foot shot. Again, Los Angeles.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other.
This team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Here's Smooth.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And it's Dellavedova with the ball. He brings it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now Henson. He kicks it to Knight. Left side, Porter. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Jay's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Clippers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
Really, they had their number.
Touching the floor with the 3 signs in the air, boy.
An away win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Smooth.
What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
No.
Free throw, good for Dellavedova.
The Australian-born Matthew Dellavedova, another success story from the land down under.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Jay. Montrezl Harrell comes in for James. And it's Williams in for lights out. And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers.
Go ahead, get you some. Yeah.
For the Clippers, Jay's checked in for Zubac. James comes in for Montrezl Harrell. And lights out subbed in for Williams.
Get up the wood. Too good.
An avalanche.
90, a legendary.
We'll be talking about this one, Greg, for a long, long time.
Too good, boy.
There's 37 seconds left in the 4th quarter. It's stolen by Prez. And Prez with a clear path to the hoop. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct
take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game. But once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Another possession, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Elvedova, the pass to Martin. And now inside to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Please.
And both free throws good for
Alright, he missed. I mean, he made it. So we gotta. Come on, hurry up, hurry up.
James outside.
You know what? I got this.
Here's Smooth.
Yeah.
Hits it again. Wow.
233.
And he's been dominant here.
75.
Shouldering
It's
the
a found
offense.
score,
Really taking it to the opposition.
233.
So it's Los Angeles
It's
winning this one
75. It's a
easily.
found
To
score,
come into an
though.
opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking.
Alright, let me check these stats like always. 93 points, 4 boards, 32 assists, 20 steals, no blocks, no turnovers. I had no turnovers. That's what's up right there, bro. That's what's up. And I had no blocks. It's all good. I had 37 made field goals, and I had 14 3-pointers. I had 15 dunks. Clark got 2 dunks. He had 30 points, 13 boards. He got a double-double. James had 1 dunk, 22 points, 7 boards, and Jerry Pitts had 21 points. He had no dunks. He had 21 points, and Jay had 16. Kawhi had 15. Magic had 15. He shot 40%. And Paris had 30. Paris had 14 points, and PG had 7. So yeah, bro, yo, they trash, bro. Like even Kevin Love trash. He shot 40%. They all trash. But Thompson, he shot good from the field. 4 for 6. I think that's 67%, right? I think. I don't know. Kevin Love had 1 dunk. Thompson had 1 dunk. He had 1 dunk. He had 1 dunk. He had Larry Nance Jr. had 2 dunks. So yeah, bro.
Feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where is your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you next time.
We played against the Cavaliers on their home court, bro. Next game going against the 76ers, and then after that game against the Boston Celtics, after that game against the Boston Celtics, we are going to be in we is going to be an All-Star weekend. So yeah, we gonna be an All-Star weekend after that game against the Boston Celtics. So yeah. Today is May 2nd, 2020, y'all. So yeah. Alright. If y'all like this video, man, like and subscribe to the channel, turn the post notification bell so you never miss a video, and go follow me in Piss Real at Tony Love 2593. Sub to my second channel at Tony Piss. Peace out, love y'all. Now see you guys in my next video. It's really y'all.